Hey you guys, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about kind of tanning products for the face, for the body, my favorite tried and true ones. I mean, we're getting into summer here, and so we're going to talk all about those kind of fake tan but looking very natural because we don't want to have the sun do that to our skin. And also I'm going to do a kind of foundation demo to show you how to work with your new coloring. All right, so if you want to know more about that, hit that subscribe button, please share this video, and let's do it. All right, so to start with, I want to share with you guys a couple of my body products that I absolutely love. All right, so I have them in my little mitt here. Now, I use this, I've been using this religiously. You can't really tell. I didn't want to, see, this is the thing. Couldn't do a really before and after from the body tanning products, and I'll just be real honest. I might do a video on this at a later date, but like everybody, my issue is my body. I have a little bit of body issues, so I don't feel comfortable showing my body. So anyway, I love the Josie Maran Argan Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. I love this. It is a pretty clean product, so you can feel good about putting it all over your body. It comes with a little mitt, and it gives a very gradual but beautiful, beautiful tan. I mean, I am a lot lighter than I am right now. You can kind of see, these are the same, I mean, it's the same arm, but look how nice and tan I am. It does not give you any kind of orange kind of hue to the body. It's an oil base, so it also has argan oil, so it makes the skin super, super soft. And so I really, really love this product from Josie. It's fantastic. The thing to do whenever you're trying to use these body products is to make sure you exfoliate the body very, very well with a non-oil based exfoliator. So either a loofah or dry brush, or I use an actual scrub on the body that has no oil in it. That is what I prefer. But making sure that you really, really, really exfoliate all of your little rough parts too, just so it doesn't grab on. As when you get out of the shower, you put this on all over the body, you let it sit and dry, and then you wear loose clothes for 8 hours, and then you wash it off. I actually washed it off the next day. I didn't see any problem with that. I've done it a million times, and it just still looks great. So that is my absolute favorite body tanning product. Now, these two that I'm going to share with you are not clean. They're really, really fantastic products, but they don't have great ingredients, okay? This one I love, but the ingredients suck. This is the Jergens Natural Glow Wet Skin Moisturizer, and I use the medium to tan. So what I do is I basically do the argan oil, do that, and then the next showers I do to keep the tan up, I use that in shower body tanning and moisturizer. I really, really like it. Again, not great ingredients, but it works. It for sure works. It comes in like fair to medium and then medium to tan. I like to be a little tanner than normal, so I use the darker one. And then if you need a last minute touch up, this product right here, it has a glare on it. This one, I'm sure it's very, very, very kind of old. It's a big classic. A lot of us used to carry it in our kits. This is the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs, but this is the water resistant one. It is a really great product. I think it works really, really well, and it's great for touching up or right before you walk out into the sun, if you're going into a skirt, or if you have a dress on, or even if you're going to be in a bathing suit. This is a great little last minute touch-up product. I've been using this for years, like I said. So those are my three go-to body products. So for faking that tan look without the damaging rays of sun. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of this product. This product is called Tan Luxe, and this is the face, and this is Illuminating Self Tan Drops. This is fantastic. I love this product. I've also been using this for about a year, so I used it last summer, and then I'm using it again. I love this line. This is it's actually a pretty clean line. They sell this at Sephora. I'll link all these products below. You mix a couple drops into your moisturizer, you put it on, and over the next day, it basically kind of tans up a little bit. I have it on right now, and it has definitely tanned up just a little bit, but it's not aggressive. That's the thing. It doesn't look fake. You can absolutely add in a few more drops to get the face to be whatever, shade you want to match the body. They do have a couple different shades of this, so even if you are of a deeper skin tone, they do have one for you. I love this product. It looks gorgeous on the skin. Now, if you're like me and I exfoliate a lot, I use, retinols, and I use, Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads, and I use physical exfoliators, that tan is not going to stay on for very long, all right? So I use that product quite often. When you exfoliate, it's not going to stay on. Just so you know, it's not going to stay. So you're going to want to use something a little bit more often on your face when you exfoliate to keep that tan up. All right, so those are my favorite body products. All right, so for the face, let's get into the demo because it's like my favorite part. I can't tell you how much I love to be like a golden sun kiss. All right, I think it looks really pretty with my hair, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's get into the face. So I love this primer. You guys have heard me talk about this before. This is just a little sample guide. This lived in my kit for years, okay? It's something I actually used to use on guys as well as all my beach shoots. This is the Colorscience Bronzing Perfector. It has broad spectrum 20, but it is a primer, but it's a bronzing primer. Do you see this? Okay, it's really pretty. It's matte, which I absolutely love, and I do use it around the perimeter of my face. I do a little pre-sculpting with this, and I'll show you how to do it. So what I do is I go like this into the hollow of my cheek here, around the perimeter, and down my neck a little bit. Okay? If you feel like you need to use a different primer down the center of your face, go for it. I have my Ren Perfect Canvas down the center of my face. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna use this on the perimeter of your face, because when you're changing your makeup up to kind of fake that tan or fake what the body has looked like, is you want to really deepen up the perimeter of your face. But what looks really beautiful is you want to make sure that you keep the center of the face nice and light. All right. I just love this primer. It smooths on really beautifully and it hides pores. All right, and I am going to put just a tiny bit right here in the center of my face, because if you've noticed, when the sun hits you and you have a little bit of a tan, it does go across your nose, and that's how you make it look very authentic. All right, so pretty. That goes, a little bit goes so far. All right, and then I just rub it on the back of my hands, because usually that will come off with the tanning products as well, because you wash your hands so much. All right. So for foundation, I take a foundation that is one shade darker than my normal foundation. I do use this Derma Blend Drops on its own. This is the 25N, but it is a little bit darker. I'm also going to add it to a foundation. This is my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I am in 2N1, and I just use a little bit of my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and then I add, 2 or 3 drops of my darker foundation to it. You don't have to do this. You can just use a darker foundation. We're going to keep the center of the face a little bit lighter than the perimeter, so however you want to do it. All right. So I just made my little concoction here in the back of my hand, and I'm just going to put this right over everything. And I'm going to do a very light wash. You can absolutely use a tinted moisturizer if you'd like. It's up to you. But I customize my foundations to the kind of coverage that I want. So it doesn't bother me to have a more fuller coverage foundation on, because I don't use very much. Oops, I just got that all into my eyeshadow. All right, so I will say that that primer works beautifully with a tinted moisturizer. So if you want less coverage, go for a tinted moisturizer, but I have barely any foundation on, okay? And you can still see the depth around my perimeter. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of concealer. I'm just using my Tarte Aqua concealer, and I'm just gonna use a little bit right here down the center or in the inner corners of my eyes. All right, so for this look, I don't use any highlighter down the center of my nose. I just like it to be a little bit more, keep that bronzy effect. All right, so I'm going to set my face as I usually do with my Hourglass powders. All right, so the face is set. Now, I'm just pulling down my shirt a little bit so you guys can see that my neck is a little bit tanner than my face, but it's gradually going up into lighter, okay? So this next step is gonna be super important. I have been really into the, the It Cosmetics. This is the Bye Bye Pores bronzer in Beach. I love this bronzer. I'm going to use it on an It Cosmetics fluffy brush, and I'm going to bronze up the face. Now again, like I said, you can contour if you really want to, but for this kind of beachy look, I suggest just using a bronzer, okay? So when it smells kind of like the beach. So when you're doing this, you want to be a little bit more generous on top of your cheekbone, because we really want to make sure that everything kind of blends in seamlessly. And I love that this bronzer is more matte. It has no, reflective particles to it. I'm actually going to bring this bronzer up on my cheek as if this was a blush, and up over my nose, a little bit down here, and then around my hairline. If you do not have a big forehead like me, you do not need to do this step. And again, I'm a little bit more generous on the bronzer on my forehead because we want to keep the center of the face light, okay? But the big takeaway is to kind of put this bronzer where you would for blush. And underneath that chin. All right, so we're already looking super kind of bronze and glowy. Do you see how this is all matching now? That's really the important takeaway from here as well. All right, so now take your favorite highlighter. Now I normally would use a more cool tone highlighter, but I'm actually gonna use a more golden highlighter. This is a face powder from Stellar. This is in Twilight, and this is like a highlighting powder. And I'm just gonna take it on a brush, and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of highlight right here. And again, it's more golden. You do not have to do this step. This is definitely an option to not do this step. So you see how it gives a subtle kick of a gold highlight? That is what we want. Now I'm going to take a blush that has a little bit warmer tones to it. This is the Kevyn Aucoin blush in Rose Cliff. And I'm going to use it again on a little brush. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of the darker shades. And the reason why we use a little bit of a darker blush is because we have a little bit darker skin tone or deeper skin tone. So you want to adjust your blush to match that. And usually getting a blush with a little bit warmer colors in it. So this one does have a little bit of gold in it over that nose. Will help kind of tie everything together and make it look a little bit more beachy. And I do concentrate a little bit more of the color on my apples of my cheeks, because if I was kind of getting a little bit of sun, that's where a lot of the color would deposit. And then all I will do is apply a little bit of a nude gloss. This one I've been really into. This is the Bare Minerals Beautimus. Super easy. I think tan skin looks beautiful with nude lips, orange lips, red lips. But for me, this is going to be kind of more of a daytime look, and this is really like my go-to color right now. I'll usually use kind of a golden eyeshadow, just something with some nice gold in it, and I'll run it on my bottom lash line. And then what's left is to hit it with a little bit of rehydrating spray. I'm just using the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. Use your favorite. All right, and that is the final look. You can see that it's not overly done. I still look really natural. I match my neck, which is fantastic. And my nose looks like it has a little bit of sun on it, which is what I want to make this look really authentic. And it really shouldn't take you that long. I normally just pop a cream eyeshadow on with this, something kind of bronzy, and just call it a day. I'm playing with a new palette right now. If you follow me on Instagram, I don't know why you wouldn't be. There's so much fun. We have so much fun over there. But I'm playing with a new palette that I just got, and I really like it, but I just wanted to try it out. So cream eyeshadow on the lid, call it a day. But I hope that this helped you guys. I love doing this look, and as you know, we are going to be doing a whole series on summer looks the second week in June, so I hope you will join me for that with one eyeshadow palette, and I will be doing the face sometimes, but this is what it's going to be looking like. Some nice, glowing, bronzy looking skin. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.